In 2020, at the height of pandemic and rising border tension with China, the Indian government introduced a rule called Press Note 3. Its goal was simple: prevent opportunist takeover of Indian companies by investors from other countries sharing a land border with India. But 6 years later, India is now revisiting and relaxing some of those restrictions on the foreign direct investments. So what exactly has changed in Press Note 3? Why is India easing these rules? Hello, I am Pushpita De and you are watching Business Unboxed, where we take the hottest topic from the world of economy, policy and finance and break it down for you. Let's decode today what exactly has been changed in Press Note 3 and what it means for the investments coming to India from these bordering countries. Before we move further, let's understand what was exactly Press Note 3. So Press Note 3 was introduced by the Government of India in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. The aim was to curb the opportunistic takeovers of stressed Indian firms by foreign investors during the pandemic. It required prior government approval for the FDI from these land bordering countries, aiming to prevent hostile acquisitions and address security concerns regarding China, especially following the Galwan Valley border clashes. The rule required all investments from countries sharing a land border with India to take government approval before investing in Indian companies. These countries include China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. Also Afghanistan. Before 2020, most of the foreign investment into India came through the automatic route, meaning investors did not need prior approval. But Press Note 3 changed that overnight. Any investment where the beneficial owner was from a neighbouring country had to go through the government route, involving a detailed scrutiny. But the policy also had some unintended consequences. Chinese investment into India slowed sharply and several investment proposals were stuck for years. According to DPIIT, nearly 600 applications have been received since then for investment proposals in India. Now, the government has recalibrated Press Note 3, introducing a more flexible framework. And here are the three biggest changes that have been made. The first one is the introduction of a safe harbour threshold. If a foreign company has less than 10% ownership from a land bordering country investor, the investor may now be allowed through the automatic route in many sectors. Chinese-linked minority investors in global funds will no longer automatically trigger government scrutiny. This is particularly important because many global venture capitalist funds and institutional investors have small Chinese stakes. Previously, even that small exposure could block the investment into Indian firms. The second major change is the faster approval time. The government has now introduced a 60-day timeline to approve or reject proposals in specific sectors. That means investors will no longer face indefinite delay in getting approval. The fast-track approval is expected to apply to various sectors like electronics manufacturing, capital goods, solar components, advanced battery components, and rare earth magnets. These are the sectors where India wants to build a domestic manufacturing capacity and reduce the import dependence. Another major change is the clarity in determining who actually owns the investment firm. Earlier, the term beneficial owner was very vague and it caused a lot of confusion among the investors and regulators. The revised framework now introduces clear rules to determine who will be the beneficial owner. This also helped to reduce the compliance uncertainty. But the government is also sending a very clear message. This is not a full opening of the door to Chinese investment. Some strategic sectors will continue to face strict scrutiny. So the policy shift is extremely selective but not unconditional. It is designed to balance national security while addressing the concerns of economic growth. So why is India easing Press Note 3 now? Firstly, India's manufacturing ambitions required large amount of capital and technology flow. In sectors like electronics, batteries, and solar equipments, Chinese companies dominate the global supply chain. Industry groups have repeatedly argued that completely blocking Chinese investment slowed down manufacturing expansion in India. Allowing controlled investment could actually help India to integrate into global supply chains faster. Another major issue was venture capital funding. Many global funds, especially in technology, have Chinese limited partners or very minority shareholders. Under the old rules, this meant startups struggled to raise money. The new threshold helps unlock capital for India's startup ecosystem also. Finally, India is trying to reduce the import dependence while building domestic manufacturing capability. Ironically, some of the capability requires Chinese technology and the components. The new framework tries to use Chinese capital to replace Chinese imports. So, the message from the government is clear. Press Note 3 is not being scrapped, but it has been recalibrated. The new framework attempts a delicate balancing act. It aims to protect the national security while attracting investment technology needed for India's manufacturing growth. As India pushes towards becoming a global manufacturing powerhouse, how effectively these new rules work and could shape the next phase of foreign investment into the country is something we need to see. Please let us know in the comment section below how do you perceive the amendment of Press Note 3 and keep following New Indian Express for more such updates.